We're gonna go to countdown. Hold on.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less.
Good morning. I was having problems getting everything set up. So I'm here. I'm going to, and I know CPI just came out, so I need to get that as well. Chris, I'm using your email. That was awesome. Paste. I'm so glad, by the way, Chris, someone was in Fastly. Okay, by the way, just so everyone's aware, we've got loves in the air. Hit the thumbs up button. Morning Space Hammer. I've got probably the best. Now, notes wise, it's the best podcast I've done. Performance wise, we will see. We will see if it's the best one I've done. Because sometimes there's a difference between it's Friday the 13th before Valentine's Day. But let's see. Okay, there are my notes. Morning, Jennifer. Larry. Let's see what CPI came in at. Rises less than expected. Wow. Fastly's up another 3%. Wow. Has that turned? Yeah, that turned. Oh, wow. Gold went up 1.29%. Silver's up 4%. Those turned around. I mean, gold. Look at that. I mean, look at that spike. Under 5,000 and then spike it at, let's see. I think this turned around as well. No, not really. I mean, it's turned around from, you're still downward trend. The RSI spiked up. This is a 5-minute chart, by the way, of QQQ. I mean, we can look at a 1-minute chart and it probably, that exemplifies, okay, 8:15, probably some leaks about CPI, and I think 8:30 the CPI came out. But interesting stuff. Big show today. Okay, get ready because Chris, I'm using your email. Amazon, I mean, Amazon is not a your thesis on Amazon needs to be that they are a AI winner. And if you believe that they are an AI winner, Amazon under 200 makes total sense. I mean, let's just go over this. because you need to load up the Brinks truck. I mean, that's the deal. 5 years, you've only made 21% in 5 years. 5 years. I mean, let's go to the charting. 5 years, you've made 73% in VOO. This isn't even QQQ. And you've made 21% on Amazon. So you've got to understand that, hey, it's expensive compared to its peers. Okay, it's a retail. It's expensive. Why? Well, it trades higher than the PE. It trades EV sales. It trades higher. Price to sales. It's significantly higher, 2.97. Going forward, it's going to stay higher. Price to book, it's significantly higher. Its growth, it was better before. I mean, it's an A from revenue year over year growth, but the profitability, they're doing it better than anybody. But again, over 5 years, 21%. So do I think that Amazon's a load the Brinks truck up? I think of the Mag 7, this is the best one. I would hope over the next 5 years, you make more than 21%. But I don't know. I'm almost done with this one. It's kind of like Microsoft. I mean, let's just put up Microsoft up there. Now, Microsoft has a dividend, and I can change the total thing. But just look at Microsoft over 5 years. Microsoft over 5 years is giving you 64%. So it's still not as good as the S&P. So even though the Mag 7 are great, you pull this in to 3 years, and Amazon, you're up 100%. Microsoft, you're up 48%. Again, you pull it into 1 year, and you're actually down on Amazon. So what do I think of it? I think it depends on what your outlook is. Wall Street loves it. Wall Street says it's a $282 stock. Good luck in getting it back up to $282. That's going to be a Herculean battle. So that's going to be a lot. So that's my thought space hammer on Amazon. I think under $200. Am I buying right now? I think there's better opportunities in the market for short term, long term. If I needed to get Amazon as a bigger position in my portfolio, I'd load it up. No, the market's closed on Monday. You'll get it on Tuesday. Vacation guy. When the market is closed, it's only when the market is open, you get an alpha pick. So you'll get it on Tuesday. I didn't even know the market's closed on Monday. I guess it's President's Day. Or is it Black History Month? I don't know which one. Upcoming earnings for me are next week, Palo Alto. I just can't imagine the market doesn't take this one down. It's so far down. This is one of my top 3 trades from the last year. So, I mean, look at Amazon. When you look at a weekly chart of Amazon, if you bought January of last year, you're underwater. I mean, you've lost money. If you bought at any time, I think, last year, other than like Liberation Day, it's heading down to that 188 level again. I mean, it's clear that's what it's going to do. Again, if you need Amazon in your portfolio, it's not a bad time to buy it. Over that time period. So, okay. Let me just I was going to go and hit the thumbs up button for myself. I'm going to hit the thumbs up button for myself using a light switch. I get Ryan Reynolds on Mint Mobile as an ad. Okay, 16 people, 16. Sweet, everybody hits the thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to close that down. I am going to, let's see. I got my do not disturb on. Do I need to put the CPI up there? Do they're giving you 2% target. Inflation is down. Do expect rate cuts if Warsh can get confirmed. That's currently a real risk. Okay. I've got Trendspiders on sale, by the way. I know the regular listeners all probably have it, but it's on sale. It's so good. And by the way, don't hate me. I now, if you don't see it, let's pull that up there. The bottom, I now have 500 Sidekick messages a month. Don't hate me. I told them I would not misuse it, but let's pull this 638. Maybe where's the 633 come from? 638 is up there. Do I care about the 633? No, I think I marked that one. I think I marked that one on a different time frame, but I didn't even know the markets were closed. Let me see. Do I get an alert that the markets are closed when I look at Webull? No. Crypto's bouncing, by the way. I don't know if it's because of Coinbase earnings. I don't know what it is, but it's bouncing. Okay. Let us get started. Because you can't see the tabs that I've opened. I have a lot of freaking tabs open. By the way, it is Valentine's Day. So if you didn't notice, we've got hearts down at the bottom, falling down. I go through a lot of effort to try and make sure that the graphics are good on this podcast, including the video for everybody. So again, thumbs up helps the channel. The channel's not, it's funny because I get 2,000 new followers a month on Spotfiy. I'm just looking at Spotfiy. And then on YouTube, I get like 40 new followers a month. It's ridiculous. I mean, YouTube's just not. I don't know if my channel's not a good fit for YouTube, but YouTube definitely does not distribute my podcast. License added. Oh. Oh, because I used, interesting. Doesn't expire. Okay. I guess it licensed music. Present Mr. Hand spending our time. I like YouTube. I watch YouTube all the time, but okay, let's get started. I'm going to shrink this so I don't get distracted. And we'll pull this over here. And I'll pull down these. We're going to close that. We're going to close that. And by the way, I've got a, oh, let me pull the water bottle out. I've got a secondary camera up here just to enunciate. So, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna hit record. Good morning. It is Friday, February 13th. It's Friday the 13th, right before Valentine's Day. There's a lot to go over. This may be my best podcast. So if you haven't listened to the end of podcasts, I always leave an Easter egg at the end. There's going to be an Easter egg on this one. It's going to be a good one. We have a second government shutdown coming. Goldman Sachs Panic Index has said investors are at max fear. The VIX spiked over 20 yesterday. If you own tech, you feel like the market has already crashed, but it hasn't. And FYI, just so you know, inflation's not there according to the inflation data coming from the government. It's not there. A year-over-year basis, it's 2.4%. The market spiked on that. Okay, why? Because the Fed's going to lower rates. FYI. We knew the Fed was going to lower rates. And just in case you were worried, even trucking. We can go to trucking. Let's see. I know I put this one in there. I guess I didn't do the, let's see, the software sell-off. Let's go home because I think it's up here. Headline core CPI. No, I guess it's not up there. I know I had it. But trucking got pulled in yesterday to the AI fear. Trucking. I'm going to redo that open. I need to find this. Trucking stocks. Let's go. With AI fears. Let's see. I think I can just put this in. I'm not a huge fan of this AI stock. Okay. RXO, that's going to be a stock that I can probably pull up. RXO, let's see. I'm looking for a trucking stock. There we go. We're going to pull that up and we're going to put this in here. I forgot to put the link in. Okay, so we're going to redo this. I did a chart on YouTube versus Spotfiy and Seeking Alpha. Ironic versus number of views. Yeah. I mean, I have a lot more, and you know, I have a lot. I think I only have like 4,000 followers on YouTube. Times that by what? 5? And that's what I have on Spotfiy. So, no, try 40. Yeah, 50, 40 or 50. Add a 0 to that 4 or 5. I'm not good at math. I am so bad at math. And the newsletter gets some love. It's in between that number, but okay. Let me open up the Finder and remove this desktop, just this recording. Again, notes versus performance. I wasn't happy with that opening. I need a little bit more excitement. Good morning. It is Friday, February 13th. It's Friday the 13th before Valentine's Day. You see, there are some love hearts in the graphics. I work hard on these graphics. We have a second government shutdown coming. Goldman Sachs said their panic index has said investors are at max fear. The VIX spiked to 20. If you own tech, you feel like the market has crashed. Has it? I'm here to tell you probably not. Inflation is down. Okay? Inflation just came out at 8:30. It's at 2.4%. Is that a horrible thing? Not really. You know what's killing the market? It's AI fears. It came for trucking yesterday. Trucking stocks were down 20-something%. And I'm going to tell you here, okay? Wild market over the last 8 sessions, 115 stocks in the S&P have declined 7% or more in a single day. The average drawdown when this happens is 34%. Right now, you're 1.5% below all-time highs. I'm here to tell you, I've lost a lot of money. I'm feeling fine. I'm not pouring money into the market hand over fist yet, but I have bought stocks recently. Which ones? Memory. We will go over this one. I literally spoon-fed you. Okay? Support and buy zones, levels to the entire audience from the tools I use. We will use Trendspider's Sidekick. It's their AI. We will use Seeking Alpha screeners with the Quant to go over some opportunities. And I'll give you my 3 best trades from the second half of 2025 to highlight the tools and to show you where I may have made some mistakes in taking profits. Okay? But we have limited time sales. All of the sales are up here on Linktree, okay? You want Trendspider. You want AI? Well, this is the best AI platform out there because you get Sidekick. I will literally show you how to use Sidekick in order how I used it with the memory plays. Don't miss out on this, okay? You can get a trial of Sidekick and Trendspider for $9 freaking this weekend. They're showing you the love. They want you to use Sidekick. You get a bonus of Sidekick plans, okay? You can get a ton to just try for 2 weeks. Just go to Linktree, click that top link, get Trendspider, try it out. Because again, if we're going into a 34% shutdown or drawdown, you want to know which stocks you own. And that's where Seeking Alpha comes in, okay? I tell you all the time. The sweet spot is the bundle. Again, the bundle is the second link up there. We will go over Seeking Alpha, Alpha Picks Premium, all of that stuff. These tools give you vital information on when to sell stocks. Has the moving average on your stocks changed? Because again, I can see it on the charts. Okay? What does Sidekick think of the stocks that you own? Go and ask it this weekend. As we go through this episode, notice a couple of things. How well Sidekick does. And Sidekick is up here in the upper right-hand corner. Notice how well it does in identifying exact buying zones. We went through Credo. Just go back and look at the last few things. It told you to buy Credo under 100. Boom. Nice 30-40% pop all the way back to AMD in December. And I will show you today the memory names, how it did that. All of the earning stocks it called Hood and others, and how the returns of Seeking Alpha stocks have outperformed. Notice those 2 things. And if you think these are just cherry-picked examples, go back and look at the newsletter. They are documented. I invite you to ask others in the newsletter chat. Okay, just go to the newsletter. Go down here and the Daily Stock Pick newsletter. Go and look at it. The chat up here. Go and talk to other subscribers. I invite you to ask them what they think of these tools. Okay? So if you think this is an ad, let me just read you an email that I got from Chris this morning from San Antonio. Good morning, Gary. Chris Hayes from San Antonio here. Thanks again for recommending Seeking Alpha and Trendspider last year. Here are 2 quick highlights. 212. FSLY. We will go over this stock. I bought Fastly on 126 when it was rated a strong buy in the Quant, and it looked promising on the charts. Again, Fastly on the charts. The rating dropped to hold on 2.9, but after earnings on 2.12, Fastly jumped over 80% yesterday. It was up 80%, covering my entire year of Seeking Alpha and Alpha Picks cost. Regarding Seeking Alpha Premium, you've mentioned Pro, and yes, there is a Pro version. It is expensive, but they give you an opportunity to try it for $90 for the first month. What Chris does, people shouldn't overlook what Premium offers. I download the Quant dataset nicely, run Python scripts to track the changes, and paste results into Trendspider for efficient scanning. This process takes minutes and saves me hours. Again, this is from a listener, not me. It's using the bundle, Premium and Alpha Picks, and Trendspider. It's a perfect together thing, okay? And FYI, just to toot my own horn, I was ranked in the top 10 of algo trading podcasts in the US. There's a reason for that. There's a reason, okay? I posted this Sidekick one. Remember back on February 2nd, this is documented, okay? February 2nd, I posted this, okay? Best opportunity, STX, wait for a dip below 410. February 11th, just a few days ago, we can go to STX, okay? February 11th, dropped to 400. Yesterday, it went to, let's see, the high, $459. That's just the best opportunity. WD, that by the way, 15% gain. WDC, Western Digital, best to wait until it gets to 250 to 260 range. February 10th, it got to 262. Again, this was hosted on February 2nd. WDC, you see it right there, 260. It got all the way yesterday to 307. 20% gain. Good for you. Micron, 400 to 415 price for a potential run to 450. February 10th, it got to 366. You're getting the idea. Now trading at $430. SanDisk, consider entering at 500 to 550. February 10th, it got to 556. Now trading at $650, 17% gain. Again, actionable trades. The people who are saying this is just an ad, you are not listening to the podcast. Have I sold any of my buys of these stocks? No. I have bought some. I went over these in office hours. I knew exactly what I was going to buy. I took the action that I am comfortable with. Risk, reward. Have I sold any of these? No. But the fact is, if you're a trader and if you just wanted to make back the actual annual revenue like Chris did, you could take these trades and make it back in a very short time. What I do should not affect your own personal portfolio. The point is the information is out there and the specials are going on this weekend. Again, get this special and say you just want Seeking Alpha Premium like Chris said. You can get a free 7-day trial. Go and see if it's something that you like. I always suggest the bundle. Why? Because Alpha Picks is just it's a great portfolio. And I will go over this. I will go over this in a little bit. Personally, I trimmed Amazon at 220. Did you? Because Amazon now is under 200. I trimmed Apple at 280. It's now at 263. I trimmed Microsoft at 450. It was trading under $400. I have different levels and I've been trimming. I have been clear with everybody, including paid members. I'm raising cash to buy more. And what am I buying? It's Alpha Picks and the Pro Quant portfolio, those two portfolios. Why? You see them here. These are the year-to-date performance, okay? Alpha Picks, year-to-date, it's up 11% versus the S&P 1.47. The Pro Quant portfolio, which is an equal-weighted portfolio, it's going to have a different index. It's the equal-weighted index. It is up 12%, the Pro Quant portfolio, versus the S&P equal weight, which is up 5.65. So again, you are up in the markets. You're 5% from all-time highs on QQQ. If we just go over to QQQ, you are 5% from all-time highs. It may feel like you're not. you're still in the range that we've been in all the way. It goes down to 585. This goes back to August. So you're still in that range. Meanwhile, the VIX is over 20. And we're tracking just like last year. And I've been very clear on this. I expect a pullback. So until that pullback happens, I'm looking at exactly what I want to buy and own. Okay? What were the big winners yesterday? It was freaking Walmart. And I'm going to go over a specific, my personal holding in Walmart. Okay? Consumer staples have been killing it. Walmart has run here from 125 all the way up to 145. It's trading right now at 133. I can't believe what I own a very small position of this, okay? Because I shop there weekly. I hold this in an IRA, and I went over this yesterday with myself. So I'm going to tell you, the purchase that I made was way back here in 2011, okay? I first purchased this in 2011. The cost, $2,246. That's how much I put in back in 2011. That's way back here. Let me see if I have it marked. I don't know if I marked it back here. No, I guess I didn't mark it. But 2,246 back in 2000. That position without adding anything to it, because all I did was track this one position. Today, it's worth $17,000. Add in the dividend repurchase, and that adds another $3,000. If I had done that, that is worth $20,000. A $2,000 investment that is today is worth $20,000. And if you go and look at this, again, you go and look at this over 1 year, I didn't know that any of this money was going to do well. After the pandemic, how this company has done, it has been amazing. Walmart versus the S&P over 5 years, 197% versus 73%. I forgot that I even held it, and I haven't added a lot to this. So know what you own. Walmart, 52 times earnings. I am trimming this. It makes no sense. I am selling those shares that I bought in 2011. It makes no sense whatsoever. It trades at 45 times forward earnings. That's nuts. And we talked about Chris with Fastly. Fastly, it closed at 72% up. It was up 80%. Here's the Chris story. Let's just go and look at Fastly. I mean, this is what he noticed. This isn't me. This is Chris. The quant rating, he noticed. Look at it. It was a strong buy going all the way back to November. All of November and December. You had the opportunity to buy this between $7 and $10. Okay? It was there. Did I buy it? Hell no, I didn't buy it. This doesn't fit my risk reward. Okay? But he used the Trendspider, something like my 4-hour algorithm. I'm not sure what he did, but he traded on it. He's up at $16 today. Using Trendspider, you could have used the 4-hour algorithm, which got you in here at $9 right before the earnings, and it's up to $16. Okay? And you can use one of a number of Trendspider Legends of Investing strategies. It's a curated collection of automated scanning strategies based on iconic investors like William O'Neill, Mark Minervini, Warren Buffett, Peter Lynch, Nicholas Darvis, Benjamin Graham, Joel Greenblatt. These guys have made millions in the market. All of this is free for you to import into your system. And speaking of Peter Lynch, here's a great 4-minute speech. How to deal with a falling stock. If we're going to go down 34%, you want to know how to deal with a falling stock. And he tells you right here. I'm not going to summarize it for you. Go and listen to it. He's a legend. In fact, he's got one of those Legends of Investing strategies in Trendspider. Buy the dip. And if you need to know when to sell a stock, Here's a great newsletter. It is right up here on my on the newsletter. When to Sell a Stock, a collaboration with My Weekly Stock Pick. This goes over everything that I use. Time to sell when the MACD crosses down. Time to sell number 2 when the RSI is so oversold. When the 52-week hits all-time highs. Start to trim. That's what I did with Amazon. That's what I did with Apple. It's clear. And I'm going to go over right now my 3 best trades, okay, in my retirement accounts in 2025. Because I was reviewing trades yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to go over CRM. Let's just go over CRM. I'm going to go over the weekly chart. I sold here. I sold here in July. I didn't like this one. It was a long-term buy. Okay, but I didn't just put the money in cash. What did I buy? I said, you know what? There's a trending stock that I like because it's trending higher. I bought IREN here at 17. It ripped all the way to 76. I bought and sold on the way up. I traded this one through Q4. I have made far more money than I would have been in CRM, which is down significantly. Great trade. Great use of capital. I sold PANW. Let's go and look at PANW because I think I marked this one too. I sold here when it got over $200. You see that line? Every time it gets over $200, I was trimming. September 15th, I sold it for a huge gain because I bought it back here in like 2022 or something. I bought a ton of this. I held it. I still hold some. It's trading today at 163. Was that a great trade? Well, it was up at its high. I can buy it back earlier, but instead I bought AMD. And let's go and look at where I bought AMD. I bought here. Why? Because it was right before earnings. I liked the stock. It was getting a bid. It was a strong buy in the quant. And I bought AMD. 1 month, I was up 76%. I sold some. Why? Because I saw the MACD was super high over the oscillator. The RSI was extended. I took some profits. I still hold some of this AMD that I bought. I didn't sell it all. I trimmed it at that 265 twice. I haven't bought it back yet. I will buy more. In my Roth IRA, which I want to grow more, okay? One of the best buys I had was SanDisk last year. I bought right here. Okay, I bought in October. I put it in the watch list. I waited for the 4-hour algorithm to get a confirmation. I saw it. I said, you know what? I'm sick of waiting. Let me just buy it. I bought it. I unfortunately sold when the 4-hour algorithm got me out, and I haven't traded it since. I felt like it was too much. I got out with a 78% gain. I was happy. But I sold it like $240, $250. It's now at $630. Again, that buy at 120, I should have just held. I hold none of this. I got out completely. Is that a mistake or is that just good use of capital? Because again, when it runs that much, I got nervous. So you have to identify the best stocks in the market. Here's the best stocks outside the Mag 7 to balance growth and high yield. Steve is going over this. This is such a good article. It includes an alpha pick, a pro quant portfolio pick, and a top stock from 2026. Buy the dip on quality is what Peter Lynch says. And that's what Steve is preaching here. And if you want to buy the dip on software, Sidekick is literally ranking them for you. Based on the fundamental valuations, metrics, profitability, balance sheet strength, and recent earnings performance, here are the top 5 most attractive SaaS stocks right now. Adobe, VEEV, CRM, Okta, DocN. Okta is an alpha pick. By the way, alpha picks, look at the performance. You want to buy the dip? Maybe this is one that you can buy the dip on. Because remember, AI came for software first. It's coming for trucking now. It came for financials earlier in the week or late last week. It took down Schwab. It's coming for stocks. And the biggest movers today, they're all earnings related. One stock that I had mentioned to paid members at the beginning of the year was Cameco. It's the one that I think you should buy and hold if you're interested in nuclear. Energy is the bottleneck. Okay? They just beat on earnings. They beat on revenues and earnings per share, and it's being taken down. Why? Well, year to date, it's up 27%. 1 year, you're up 134%. It's a hold in the quant, and you can summarize why it's a hold in the quant. Just go down here, and you can go down. Valuation significantly stretched. Growth, impressive growth. Showcases solid profitability. Momentum is very strong. Revisions, recent earnings. 6 months ago, same exact value factor grades on the quant, except for revisions. Revisions, some people are taking their earnings per share and revenue down, but they just beat. Expect them to take it back up because they just beat. And again, over 1 year, you're up 134%. One that I have on my watch list, Arista Networks, jumped Q4 results 29%. This was up as much as 11%. Clearly, selling equipment with the fab construction, killed it. Part of the AI build-out Wall Street price target, 22% above. You can see Wall Street, there are 28 analysts that cover this. They say it's a strong buy, 18 of them. They have a $169 price target. The price right now in pre-market, it's up 8% at 146. You still have room to go. Will they be taking their price target up? Probably. It's one on my watch list. I don't own this one. One that I don't own as well, Applied Materials expects 20% semiconductor equipment growth. This is the one, they're building the AI chip fabs. Clearly selling equipment to the fab construction because chips are still a bottleneck. Taiwan Semi is the only one making chips at a large scale. And Applied Materials, they're saying, hey, we're selling a ton of equipment because in America, there are 15 fabs in construction right now? So again, you want this one? It's up 81% in 1 year, 27% year to date. And yet, over 1 month, 5 days, you're just up a little bit. This is a good stock. Its valuation stretched. Its growth, not great. Profitability, fantastic. Momentum, look at the momentum on this one. Again, and the only thing that's worse today than it was 6 months ago is the valuation. That's it. The growth has been a D even for 6 months. And if you follow Hamid is one. Again, the tools that you use. I follow Hamid. Rivian is killing it. Better than expected earnings. They will build and deliver the R2 in Q2. It popped 6%. And now what's it up? 25%. Hamid has been super clear on this one. Did I buy this one? No. Why? I've been following him on Micron. I didn't think of following him on this one. I'm not a super fan of this one. But I tell you what, that R2, if they can keep it at $45,000, this is propping up Hamid's portfolio. Wall Street thinks that the stock is worth $17.56. Guess where it's trading right now? $17.54. They will bring this up. It is an expensive stock. Go and read why the quant ranks it a hold. Pinterest, they're getting killed in the market. They missed on revenue. This may extend because of their commentary about the lower ad spending. This may extend to Meta and Google, maybe. Or is this money from Pinterest getting over to Meta and Google? Maybe a good idea there. Roku killed it. Up 15% in pre-market. Okay? They jumped after the Q4 beats. By the way, here's a great example of risk reward. because I almost took this trade based on Udom posting this February 9th earlier in the week. Roku should surprise markets this week, Q4 preview. I almost took the trade. He's been a great resource for me in Credo, in LITE, and other stocks that I've actually invested in. What stopped me? What stopped me from taking this trade? It's the 4-hour algorithm. I took a look at this and I said, you know what? Recently, heading into earnings, I don't want to take a bet on this one that it's going to go up all of a sudden, because this has been a trash fire. And when you get up towards this top, I don't want to. But again, it did really well. And he gave you fundamental reasons why they were going to surprise. And kudos to anybody that took the trade, 15%. Again, use the tools you have. Toast. This is one that I had on watch list for a long time. Okay? Toast, they missed earnings per share. It was down 10% in pre-market. It is now back to even. I used to love this one. I used to love this stock because you walk into a restaurant and they're using Toast. But is AI coming for this one? Wall Street, there's 29 analysts that cover this. They still think it's worth $42. That's a 64% upside. They haven't taken it down as fast as this one's gone down. It's still expensive. 21 times forward earnings. Its PEG ratio, though, going forward is 0.77. Can AI disrupt this? Maybe. You know what AI isn't disrupting? Instacart. They missed on earnings, but they saw a double-digit growth across key metrics and nearly $1 billion in revenue. They missed on revenue, and yet in pre-market, this one is up 12.8%. Its growth and profitability are both A's in the quant because you have to know what you own. The momentum has been bad. Look at that stock. Year to date, you're down 26%, and it pops 12% on an earnings miss. That's amazing. DraftKings. I could have told you this. Down 12%. Who's buying this stock? I'm buying Robinhood. I'm going to buy the dip on Robinhood. When am I going to buy? At some point in time, when the 4-hour algorithm tells me. Okay? One that I really like is Arista Networks. Arista Networks jumps after Q4 results show 29%. I think I went over this one already. Oh, this was what I was going to go over. Coinbase. Coinbase is an absolute mess. Jumped 9%. 9%. They're buying back $2 billion of stock. And they're going to be an everything app. They're going to start doing... they're going to start doing the everything exchange. So they're going to start doing stocks. Has crypto fallen enough? I want to buy back Coinbase. I don't want to buy it when it's a strong sell in the quant. And by the way, they tell you when it's a strong sell in the quant. It has characteristics which have been historically associated with poor future stock performance, decelerating momentum. It's the momentum. It's overpriced compared to other financial stocks. If you go down here and you say, well, what's the financial exchanges and services? You can buy any one of the 21 others that are above this. 21 others. I would say if you're interested in crypto, just buy Hood. Just buy Hood. I am going to buy Coinbase, BMR, I will buy IBIT, and I will buy ETHA as the trend changes. And I'm going to give you a bonus. Here's the Easter egg. The Easter egg is the top AI stocks with short squeeze potential. Okay, how did Steve find this? You may say, oh my God, he must be amazing. Well, let's go down to the stock screener. And there is a screener, StockSpot. You can see all of the screeners, top growth stocks, stocks only covered by Seeking Alpha, top healthcare stocks, top technology, top, let's see. There is a top most shorted stocks right here. Most shorted stocks. He found these. He uses the platform to go and find them. He highlights several of them. One of them I brought up as the stock that I want to buy immediately earlier in the week. It's on my buy if it dips watch list. Another one is a top 2025 stock. Another one is a top 2026 stock. Short squeezes are great to use in Trendspider. An example, GameStop back in 2021. You can go back and look at this one. Let's look at the monthly on this one. This is GameStop during a short squeeze. This is the famous one. So you want to keep an eye on those because if you trade, this is a 10-bagger within 4 months. A 10-bagger. Go and Google or go and ask AI what a 10-bagger is. It is the rarest of achievements in stocks. So again, the tools are out there for you to use. Gold is on pace. Again, it popped. We came back down in the markets, it looks like. Again, good news is inflation is coming down. You will have reduced rates, but get the tools while they're on sale. Premium and Alpha Picks is the bundle, $639. Trendspider, you can get a $9 freaking trial. Skip your Chipotle bowl for a day this weekend and go and get it. And if you don't want the bundle, get them independently. Alpha Picks, it's a portfolio that it's managed for you. It basically tells you when to sell. You have to do the actual selling, like Wells Fargo. They told us to sell last week. I waited until the 4-hour algorithm got me out. I made a little bit more money, I think, than when they told you to sell. And if you want to know for the weekend, here's what you do for the weekend. You go and get Seeking Alpha Premium because you get a free 7-day trial. And you go and get Trendspider for a $9 2-week trial. So for 7 days, you have both Seeking Alpha Premium and Trendspider for $9 freaking dollars. And you can have Trendspider for an extra week for $9. Use the links in the description or on Linktree. Go and get them. I have just shown you exactly how the game is played. Everything's out there for you. If you have any questions, even my email address is on Linktree. Have a great Valentine's Day. Thanks. Have a great weekend. I will talk to you Monday. I will put this on the big camera up here so you got both Garys, the Gary in the lower left, the Gary in the upper right, or I'm sorry, opposite. Upper right, upper left, lower right. There you go. I'll talk to you Monday. See you. Bye. Okay, let's take this one out. Bum, bum. And did QQQ? Looks like, yeah, it's come back down. It popped a little bit. Let's look at a 1-minute chart after hours. Yeah, we popped and it couldn't hold. People are selling the pops now. It's Friday. I think it was okay, Larry. I appreciate the positive. I still think the notes were better. Thanks, Wendy. I think the notes were better than the actual podcast. But I appreciate you guys being so positive. But everything in there was absolutely 100%. And those 3 trades that I highlighted from last year, those are actual ones that I made just, because of the tools, because of the podcast. And people want to know, the journal. Well, that was literally from my journal, which is the podcast. I think I was clear on what I was doing. At least I hope I was. Even though I try and make sure that people don't follow me, because I'll lose you money. I will absolutely lose people money. And I think the second intro was much better than the first. Okay, and we're gonna export file. And we're gonna name this that save. I need to start editing this in Final Cut Pro instead of iMovie. Final Cut Pro is just a better platform. But let's do let me see if Comet browser can do a, let's see. Can you create a YouTube thumbnail? Let's say creating a compelling YouTube design for the latest financial episode. Ooh, it actually did it without a market just opened. Let's see my Weeble account. My Weeble account maybe is up. It's up because it's up 1% because it's heavy crypto. Because Ethereum's up 3%, iBit's up 2%, Spotify's up, everything else is down. I don't know why it pulls that up. Let's see my Fidelity account. Wah, wah, wah. Oh yeah, I got the alert here. All major U.S. stocks markets close on Monday, February 16th. 3/8. I'm down 3, yeah. I'm down right with the NASDAQ, 0.2. Alpha Pix is down 0.4. Is Micron taking a hit? Yes. Micron's below 400 if you want to buy it again. Wow, gold soaring again. The gold miners. WLDN for those who have larger positions. That's popping. That one's popping. Okay, let's do a thumbnail. I don't like what I came up. Yeah, I bought more at 410, somewhere around there, Wendy. I'm okay with it. It's longer term. Here's the red. Let's see. Let's do templates. YouTube thumbnail. And should I use that one? Let's use one of these new ones. Do I want that one? I mean, this is a standard that I think a lot of other YouTubers are using. Oh, maybe this one's good. I think I've got a... yeah. We're going to use this. And we're going to cut out that guy. And we're going to go to uploads. And I think I've got... There we go. We'll put this guy in. And we'll say... There we go. We're going to get rid of that. And we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to put that. And we'll put Trendspider here. And shrink this up. And we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. And we will seeking alpha. And is this one good? Maybe this one. Yeah, this one's good. And group. Okay. And okay. And let's see, we're gonna let's turn this. Okay, where's the damn turn thing? Oh, come on. I know it's there. Somewhere there it is. And okay. What else is a? Let's do this. That's probably better. And we'll center it. Boom. Boom. Let's see. Let's effects. No. Flip. Okay. That's good enough. Download, and then we'll do that for okay. By the way, sometime I think I may go over to doing live on Spotify with the hate not growing on YouTube, and with Spotify having such great tools for live. I may just go over there and do it free for everybody on the days when I, do it, because I can grow over at Spotify. Spotify's helping me grow. It's just YouTube not helping me grow. Okay, and Trendspider, $9 2-week trial weekend. We'll take this out and we'll say okay, and we'll click that, and then I've got to go over and get the summary. Oh, don't tell me I did it wrong. No, I think I did it right. Okay, sweet. And then next week I've got to change everything, so that's where we get to an annoying one. Okay. And it's all done. There we go. And we're gonna select all, copy, create new episode. And oh, I think it's got the, yeah, we're gonna take that out. There we go. And we're gonna do Trendspider affiliate. Copy. Yeah. Yeah, Larry, I think my guess, I should probably put both cameras up. My guess is that Spotify likes me. Spotify, I guess I was growing fast and they said, hey, We want to help you. And so I've got people, YouTube kind of is like that sometimes, but YouTube, like for instance, they sent me a beanie last year for Christmas, and I lost it, and I was like, I need a new beanie. Oh, okay, you can just go to the YouTube shop for that. And so I emailed the manager and I said, okay, I'll pay for it. I'll buy it. I don't care. $20, it's not that big of a deal. I just like the beanie. And I just never get a response back. And that's like you have to use a special login to get there. And it's just, I just kind of was like, okay. Let's take out these two. There we go. Upload file. And no matter what setting they tell me to change, Gemini tells me to change, I just doesn't do it. And so I'm like, okay, are my episodes too long? Do they not provide enough detail? Gemini can't tell me what I'm doing wrong as far as YouTube goes. And the only thing that makes sense is it's not presenting it in front of enough people. It's got, I think the last time I checked, 10% of the people clicked the thumbnail, which is enough. That's about what Spotify does. It's just Spotify tells me that they're doing hundreds of thousands of suggestions, whereas YouTube is doing like hundreds of suggestions to people. So it's all one half, and it's not. Your file is still processing. It's just a matter of, is YouTube just too big? But create new video, and we'll upload the video here, and then I'm gonna okay, let's resize into Instagram, copy and resize, open the Instagram post. There we go. Oh. I don't want to. Stocks to buy now. Yeah, I mean that could be. I think people like to listen in their car to extended, and I think it's funny because I see Netflix going into the podcasting world with some of the Barstool stuff and everything, and I'm not going to Netflix to watch freaking podcasts like every day. So I think it's platform. Like, do people go to YouTube to watch podcasts? I know the My First Millions guys had issues in trying to go from Spotify to YouTube. I talked to them about it. Getting people to subscribe on YouTube was impossible. It's usually where you start out is where your platform's good. But Substack has been fantastic to work with. So my guess is it's just, like Amit's investing. I talked to him a little bit about it, and he said, yeah, I never expected to be this big. He's got like 8,000 people that watch him whenever he goes live. Dude's probably pulling in, my conservative estimate would be dude's probably pulling in a couple $1,000,000 a year just off of AdSense. We'll pull that one in there. Insert, save. Next. And then now, let's say, publish. Boom. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Wow, that was only 34 minutes. Okay, Instagram is done. I got to go write the newsletter. You guys have a great weekend. Market's kind of flat. Hood is up 4%. IBIT's up 3%. Costco's up 1%. Taiwan Semi's down 1%. Nvidia, what's Nvidia doing? They're down 1%. I mean, Nvidia was a sell at 190. If you didn't trim at 190 and 195 yesterday, past few days, and then just buy it back. Okay, I'm out. You guys have a great weekend. I will talk to you later.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.